It's Thursday, the 21st of June 2018, and welcome to Navigating Your Day. Before I go into the numbers, is this not the most beautiful looking glass of juice, right? Doesn't it just look like it's just like popping with health? I thought I'd share that rather than post a picture of my juice on Facebook. Right, safety energy lock number 21, it's the 21st. 21 came into the universe in Jinshin Jitsu, meaning profound security or escape from mental bondage. This is one of my favorite safety energy locks because escape from mental bondage. It sounds so do-do-do-doom. So, safety energy lock number 21 is located here on the cheekbones. So remember yesterday we had 20. 20 helps us to connect to our limitless part of our nature, our angelic nature. It helps to bring our animal and our angelic nature in balance, and we can connect to that part of ourself that is eternal. Safety energy lock number 21 says once we've connected to that part of ourselves, safety energy lock number 21 gives us the profound security of helping us break the bonds of the prison walls that we've imposed on ourselves because of our thinking. And when we become narrow-minded in our thinking, then we contract. We don't expand. And 21 is a 3, and 3 is about expansion. So when we are harmonizing with safety energy lock number 21, we have the profound security that no matter what we have to shift, when we change our thinking, when we change our perceptions, when we change our stories, it sounds wonderful to say just change your thinking, but when you change your thinking, basically the filter through which you filtered your entire life changes, and that creates enormous anxiety and insecurity. I have definitely experienced this, right? So when I have integrated another part of my being, and I realize that the story that I've been telling myself about a certain aspect of my life is no longer true, or the way in which I look at the world is no longer true, then every single memory and every event now has a different reality. And my default settings, my coping mechanisms, they don't really work any longer, and that creates huge anxiety. So safety energy lock number 21 helps us to feel more secure while we are shifting these boundaries and expanding into the next version of ourselves. And that is why it is about escaping your mental bondages and giving you the profound security at the same time, so that you can actually break those barriers, because we are beings of expansion and growth. So we can opt for safety, but you know, when you ripen, you rot. When you green, you grow. And we want a balance between the growing and the ripening, all right, so that we can be the perfect fruit, however that has to manifest for us, right? So some of us want to be kiwis, some of us want to be pineapples, some of us want to be bananas, some of us want to be tomatoes, some of us want to be avocados, right? We don't have to be the same fruit. We just have to bring to fruition that which is our best potential. And within that fruit, we have the seed that we sow so that we can leave something lasting and what's the word? Not lasting. I don't mean legacy like lots of money or your name or fame or fortune. I just mean you transfer that to the other people in your life, the people who come after you. Okay, so that's safety energy lock number 21. So 21 is a 3, and 3 is about expansion. 3 is about rhythm and movement. It's the waltzing. It's being able to go with the flow. It's being able to expand into unknown areas. It's the strategist. It is the long-term goal seer. So when you connect to safety energy lock number 3, you can set long-term goals and you can put strategies in place in order to reach them. Now, just back to 21. When you set an audacious when you set an audacious goal, right, and you put a strategy in place in order to reach that goal, and it's a goal that you have never pursued before, or it's much bigger than anything you've ever pursued before, that creates anxiety. And that's where the profound security of safety energy lock number 21 comes in. So 3s can also be incredibly contractive. They can want to dominate. They can want to impose their will on the will of other people. So do be aware of that. It's a fire number, so it can be quite fiery, and it can be quite impatient with people who can't actually appreciate the vision and the strategy of how to get to the vision. So they can be, safety energy lock number 3 can also be quite blunt, not safety energy lock, sorry, a 3 generally, can be blunt and tactless. So do guard against that today. Luckily, we have 6 from June. 6 is the harmonizer, remember, and the peacekeeper. It's also a fire number, so it can be quite fiery, and we can actually find ourselves being a little bit fiery or flying off the handle a bit today. But the 6 helps us to maintain some balance. It also helps us to connect to our creativity. It helps us to make it harmonious so that we can get other people, the team, to come with us towards the goal. We have the 2 from 2018, which is a water number, so it's bringing a bit of balance to all this fire that we have in the root of the life map today. And 2 is about maintaining the balance. 2 is about, yes, that's a wonderful goal, and that's an amazing strategy. Just be prepared for the downsides of actually reaching that also. Do not only look at only one side. See that both sides exist, and know that in every endeavor, both sides exist. Success and failure, you're going to succeed in one part of it, you're going to fail in another. They come together as a package. And while you are on this quest, connect to your feelings, because your feelings are feedback. Your physical body is feedback, and your feelings are feedback also. The euro today, I have to think. The euro today is a, I've been talking so much now, I don't actually know. It's 3, 6, and 2. The euro today is a 2. So 2 in the euro position, again, it helps to bring more water to balance that fire. It helps us to actually bring balance and harmony. It helps us to appreciate that no matter how amazing this goal looks, it's going to have downsides. And so when you can connect to those downsides, then you're prepared for them, and then you're more equilibrated, and you're actually less likely to actually get stuck in some sort of fantasy that is only actually going to make you have to crash down to earth. The 2 in the euro position also helps us to be connected to our feelings, and not just our feelings, but the feelings of other people. So it helps to soften some of the tactlessness that potentially lies in the 3. The villain today is a 5. So when we have 5 in the villain position, 5 is the overanalyzer, the one that overthinks it, the one that gets so stuck in their head and gets completely overwhelmed. In fact, the one that potentially only sees the negative in the situation. And can't see the positive. Thank goodness we've got the 2 2s, okay? And 5 gets us stuck in our heads, out of our hearts. So the heart sets an audacious goal that you can achieve. The head goes, these are all the reasons why you can't do this. Oh my God, we're going to fail. When we fail, we're going to be ruined. We're going to be rejected. We're going to be ostracized. My life's going to be over. That's a typical 5 talk in the villain position. So don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed today. The way in which to avoid being overwhelmed is to keep on reconnecting to how do you feel? How do you feel? Can you just sit with that anxiety for a little bit? Because the minute you give it some attention, it comes in like a tide and it recedes again. Luckily, as we always have, we've got Shinjitsu. So today you can hold safety interlock number 21. So you hold, what's random, my right hand, right? You hold your left cheekbone. And you take your left hand and you place it in this little hollow underneath your collarbone. This is safety interlock number 21 and 22. We're going to talk about 22 tomorrow. And this is the first step of the stomach organ function energy flow. And the stomach organ function energy is the thinker, the one that overthinks, that has to take large concepts and break it down. It has to take chunks of food and start digesting it, right? So when we hold safety interlock number 21, which is escape from mental bondage, remember, and security, and 22, which is complete, I can see the big picture, then we help to harmonize our anxiety. You can, of course, also hold the thumb. Yes, safety interlock number 21 is on the thumb. So remember, 19 was on the thumb. I take responsibility and authority and leadership for my goal, my audacious goal, and I'm holding my thumb so that I don't freak out and railroad myself before I even start trying to achieve it. We harmonize the stomach and the spleen organ function energy by holding the thumb, and we harmonize worry and anxiety. I hope you have an amazing Thursday, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.